Okay. Where do we leave off? Let's see. My little note here from last stream is continue moving code from simple playback, that's test program, into sound.c. That's the not test program. That's the real thing. Fix any to-dos, of which those might be a lot of work. Mainly they have to do with error handling. Continue moving code from simple playback, that's test program, into sound.c.
Now I've
That's
done
the
it.
not test
I left my
program.
YouTube
That's the
up.
thing. Fix any
Now I'm
to
gonna
do.
get
A
up
ton
here.
of feedback there. It's gone. Okay. Recover this file? I think not. Okay. Okay, this play file once is going to be replaced. Well, we can leave this in. You just this is the high level API call right here. No, we're going to take this. We're going to take this out. We're going to if-def this out. Because we don't use engines at all. So now we need to put a to-do here. I didn't even have an introduction. In the description, I have any other artwork, library, music. That's the credits given there, and there's also a link to blog notes which describe the project and what state it currently is in and what I'm working on. To do. Okay, remove, so we're not, no. We are not using high-level API. Let's just get rid of this code. And I think we can just get rid of the to-do, and we can do that. And we can get rid of that too. So, now if we do want to play a file directly that hasn't been preloaded, and I'm not going to explain what preloading is and how it works because I've done that 3 or 4 times already. It's also described in the blog notes. There is a file called play file asynchronously. A function. And so we'll copy it over here. So that's a complement to play from memory asynchronously. Let's go through this. We need to take a few things out. We find an index into the list of sound resources, just like we did with memory. Turn -1 if we couldn't find anything. And we're right here. We're just copying, really. Grab the address of the decoder. And And here's the different, here's where the call is different. We call MA decoder initialize from file. Let's make that consistent. And looking at this, I am wondering, why did I not just say that? I don't know. Oh, and by the way, this is not an educational live stream at all, so take everything I'm doing here with a grain of salt. I'm still learning stuff. And I am no longer a professional programmer. It's for entertainment purposes only. I guess I should put that on my blog. If you want to, if you're here to learn something, there are better sources on YouTube. And there will be some noise from outside because it's Saturday night, it's a beautiful day. The natives are restless. Okay. Why don't we make these look the same? So let's pull this down here. And let's clean this up and let's bring back the do we really okay. Let's go back up to our structure definition, which okay, right here. So the one thing we haven't done is we haven't we have in the previous function play memory async, we didn't store the pointer to void. And where are we using it? Nowhere. Because the decoder picks it up. It's probably stored in mini audio decoder structure. But I think we will save it. Just because. Okay, so we'll bring back our union. And a void pointer. I don't know what we would call this. SP and I'm going to do this because it's because I feel like it. No. There. Oops. S. Do you really have to? S. I will never use Unicode unless I absolutely positively 100% have to, and it will be with great reluctance. And not even UTF-8. And not even 8-bit, like the lower Unicode. Code points, or whatever they call them. Now would be a good time. Well, okay. No, now is not a good time. Okay, and how do we do this before? I am not, okay, the other thing is, okay, so I'm kind of bouncing around here. I'm not going to use stirdup because it uses malloc, so we'll just, in our real implementation, I can't remember if it's called maxpath. No. Or path max. Yeah. Now GNU says that you absolutely should never use that. Let's see what they say. Why did I say org? Info. Somewhere I have, at the bottom, I have C library. libc. What do they say? And I'm going to ignore it. The uniform system limit, if any, for the length of an entire file name, that is, the argument given to system calls such as open, including the terminating null character. Now somewhere here they say don't use these, you're supposed to allocate memory or something, which I don't understand. I'm not going to use my little memory allocator either. Well, somewhere it says, somewhere in the docs, at, I don't know if this is current, it says, oh wait, integer constant expression that represents the maximum length of a file name string is defined in standard I/O. Unlike path max, this macro is defined even when there's no actual limit imposed. Usage note, don't use this. Why? You can't possibly make an array that big. Well, how big is file name max? Let's find out. Really? Really? I can't make an array that big? Let's find out. Let's see. File name, I can't make an array that's 4K. Are you serious? Use dynamic memory allocation. No. Oh, now would be a good time for my little soundboard where I have various insults thrown. But I'm afraid to use it because I'm afraid I'll hit the wrong thing and who knows what YouTube will do to me. Are you kidding me? Quit doesn't work yet. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, let's use a little ASCII thing. Okay, there. I wonder if the compiler will complain. Let's do this. Or maybe just because I'm not supposed to. Let's do this. There. I'm sure the strong typing people would really not like. So we get to piss off two sets of people. We get to piss off the Unicode people and the strong typing people. And the people who say, oh, you should never use macros. See, if I had a soundboard, I would have the Tron soundboard up too. And there's a great quote in the original Tron, the real Tron from 1982, where some random program in the computer just happens to mention in conversation that we hear, watch out for nested macros. And it's true, you should watch out for nested macros. Okay, back to this and getting rid of stir-do. Okay. We can use stir copy. And that would be a file. I love seeing that ASCII there. I'm almost inclined to do this too, just because. Well, no. Okay. Make my own string type. I'm not going to go there. Okay, so so the idea with this, setting this index of the loaded sound, that we need some flag somewhere. We're not using that anymore because we are not this code, the sound.c is not maintaining a list of loaded sounds, unlike the simple playback. A list of loaded sounds and their pointers is going to be maintained in Lisp. So I guess we need to type a tag. So let's say emit at, just call it S. Origin tag, yeah. Let's put a big comment above it. This tag, what? I'm not very good at, okay, so S, we'll do this. We'll have an enum. Let's move you down here. I suppose it's conceivable that we could have more than two types, like generated. Like a function, you know, although I have absolutely no plans on this, like a function pointer here, another field that generates samples. Uh-oh. Okay. Enum. Location tag, file. We'll just say 0. Well, I don't care. There. Only two options right now. That's probably all it will ever be. So it probably should be a bool. Okay, but going back to play file async and play mem async, let's do what we need to do here. P sound, and let's see if it's been picked up by LSP. Should be a tag there, equals LOC location tag Okay. And then, as always, we initialize a decoder through a file. This decoder config is the same. I talked about that in a previous stream. And we have the address of the decoder, which we pass. And this MA decoder init file. I'm not going to take a look into this just yet. I'm sure that it's holding some resources. It probably does mallocs and who knows what. Okay. And I'm not gonna check now. And just above, if we didn't get positive results, we return -1. Otherwise, we jump down to where is common? Common, which we looked at earlier today. So both of these, play mem async and play file async, they both use this code. So that's why it's called common. And the very end, it returns the index. And that index will be used by the client code, aka Lisp, to to cancel sounds, cancel async. Okay, so mem async is exported, play mem async. This is exported. Export. What do I mean by export? I'll explain again. Nope. Here. Let's go to my little notes. A note about what I mean by exporting functions. And when I say export, I mean to Lisp CFFI. I have a Lisp program, CFFI gen Lisp. Let's bring it up. What it is, it uses a peg parser to parse this grammar each line. So your exported functions must appear on a line. They have to be, wait, am I tagging them with CFFI? I think it's export now. I didn't change my comment. And I'll explain why I said export later. In a moment. This is getting things set up. Here's the actual this is the these are the classes the parse tree are stored in. Here are the parser rules. And let's change this too. Oh yeah, I did export. So this little program reads in, well actually it parses line at a time. If a line passes all of this, we'll get a parse tree back, and we'll use higher up, we will use a print object to print out this. There's a command line flag somewhere, way up here. Lib prefix, what that does is, okay, I'm going to open up this horrible little script here. I'm going on a tangent, but that's okay. It's called runs. And what it does is it runs CFFI gen with some flags that are passed to it, and if I have, oh yes, okay, so if the the dash dash Lisp means generate this, and dash dash C means generate a C header file for the exported function. So sound.h auto generated. This is an older version. Older auto generated. I should put a little header up here. When I only had one function, play file. So, and print object behaves differently depending on the command line. If it's Lisp or if it's dash dash Lisp or dash dash C. And then finally, lib prefix feature I added was, let's see, let me bring this up. Okay, lib prefix, right. Lib, how do I explain lib prefix? It has to be here. Okay, I don't recall what this, number 4, lib prefix and prefix string. So what it does is, one of the conventions is I have each C module I prefix it with a few characters and then the function name. And so lib prefix is, what that means is strip that off. Let's for Lisp, what that means is strip that off in the Lisp version of the function name. So this def C fun, this is CFFI interface code. This is the name of the function in the C file, or actually the SO file. And this is this is the name that you will use in the Lisp file. And then this is the return type and the parameter list. So, and the reason, why do I want to peel off the SND underscore or the lib prefix is because when you call this code, like play file once, you already have a kind of prefix. Let me break out. Yeah, like right here. You have a package prefix. So it's kind of silly to just, if I were to just not provide a Lisp name, then you would have to just use the, like that. So I think it's kind of silly to say SND play file once. And so does the creator of CFFI gen. Or not CFFI gen, but CFFI. Okay, enough digression. That's what I mean by export. Now, just because a function has export doesn't mean that it can't be accessed through CFFI. It just means that those definitions won't be created. Okay, so we export, and we have, now going down here, we have a lot of code to deal with. We have error handling to deal with and to think about, and I don't think that's going to happen tonight. Let's see if we can actually get this thing to compile. How many lines we have? A tiny amount, 300 lines. Do I dare do make? No, it's compile. Yes. Okay. And we just get, okay. Let's get rid of these compile errors. I think in my blog notes I said, all I'm going to do is copy paste and fix compile errors. And so now we're on the second part of that. Typo, what's this? Oh yeah, we have to have our prototypes. Or maybe we can rearrange things. Let's rearrange the code. I don't want, I try to avoid prototypes or forward declarations if possible. So let's just move all this. Right here. I think we should be able to do that. And the first thing it complains about is this same thing it always complains. I could just say not used and then do the same trick that Mini Audio does in their sample code, which is what is that trick? They reference it, and I guess referencing is enough. Cast it to void. Curious. Okay. Next error. G stop cancel thread probably not found. Yeah. Okay. So that's an atomic bool somewhere. Let's do this. Okay. Where should it live? It should be right here. So just because this code compiles does not mean it's in its final form. I just want to get rid of as many compile errors as soon as possible. Flag to signal SND underscore what. And now my LSP server just died. Cancel thread. Yeah, what do you know? It that wasn't LSP. That was hippie expand to terminate. There. And so that was G stop. Can I just do this? Should I do this? When does this happen? Let's not do that. And let's initialize it where it should be initialized, right here. Okay, next error. Invalid argument type, void to unary expression. Well, maybe that has to do with the fact that it's undefined. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. Keep going. And what doesn't it like here? Conflicting types for SND cancel async. Okay. Why do I have two of them? Which one do I want? What happens when you copy paste code? We'll just, let's take a look at the one. Yes, okay, this is the one that I want. Okay. Data callback, I don't know what that is, it says. So, let's forward reference that. Is there any reason it only gave me the last line? What have I done? It's late, and what I've done is I've screwed things up. Probably Okay. I have to go back to my test program and see what the signature looks like. And it looks somewhere there's a, yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Right here. Okay. G decoder config. Thought I did. Okay. We can just pull that from simple playback. We should probably initialize this instead of waiting till later. Probably just write the code, put the code in right now. Butterfingers tonight. There. Next error is it doesn't like file path. Why not? Maybe because sound file path, because we have to be wordy. Let's just call it file path. What else could it be? Okay. What else? We took care of that. A typo, move past last error. Okay, let's compile. Yes. And now where are we? Sorry about the noise. Like I said, the natives are restless. No, I don't want to exit Emacs. No. We really have a case of Butterfingers tonight. Compile window. Unknown type name N. Okay. I think that compiled before. S device. Expected such and such at declar. Okay, probably the two characters probably got it terribly confused. So let's just compile it again. And yes, it does not know. Well, yes, we got fewer errors. It does not know what data callback is still. Did I not pull this code in? Well, I did. Or did I not move it? No. Did I not forward declare it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Okay, and something happened to my forward declaration. Okay, so S data back. Okay. we should just throw this somewhere. Let's throw it right here. Let's leave it alone. We'll just have it multi-line. Okay. Compile. See what else I broke. It's done. Let's take a look at our sound, our generated CFFI generated files in the H file. F and sound cancel async, sound play mem async. I guess we didn't. So G play file async. Didn't we export that? Oh, that's because the parser doesn't like const, and it sure as hell doesn't like ASCII. Damn it. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that right now. Let's go into Lisp. CFFI gen, not shell. I think what it does is it looks for character pointer. How did this work? This is totally unrelated to sound, and it's because I want to be a contrarian. So single ASCII characters, those are the basic types, and then there's a way to we have a pointer type. Let's see where. So when we I don't have this here, but pointer type, the pointer to characters are there in CFFI. That type is string. So let's look for string. Okay. We'll keep the old char. And we'll just say, or. And then so print object of pointer type. If the base type name is character or it's ASCII, we output a string. Otherwise, that's if we're outputting Lisp. If we're outputting C, we just put the name out with a star after it. And okay. Compile. I think this is going to build everything. Okay. Now let's see what we have. Yes, and string. Perfect. Okay. Let's look at the H file. Generated. We only have 2 functions? I don't think so. Cancel async, play mem async, play file async. So why didn't we pick up cancel, play mem? Why didn't we pick up play file when we output C code? Is it not? I have a sneaking suspicion it has to do with the ASCII type. Let's take a look at our grammar rule, CG, def rule, CFFI line, and actually let's go to our railroad diagram because it's easier to see. Well, okay, not really. Arg prototype, okay, arg prototype. It's either left paren followed by an argument list, followed by a right paren, or left paren with the void or the void keyword right paren. That means we have to go to arg list. It's either single arg followed by 0 or more commas and single arguments. So this is the PEG grammar, and this is the Lispy version of it. Okay, and what is single arg? Well, it's right here. It's either simple type with an optional pointer and then an arg name. Okay, well, it's not either or, it is. So what's a simple type? It's just a name. These are, I have a little macro for the simple lexical units. Because in PEG parsers you have to you have to take care of the white space yourself. I mean, you do with Lex and Yak, but so I have a little macro. It's just white space surround, and then you give the. It generates a rule. Here the rule is called rparen, and it's just any right parenthesis followed by white space. And it just, all it does is it returns the string that matched. And then we also have names, which are begin with an alphabetic and just like identifiers. So why did it choke on ASCII? Because it was uppercase? I really hope not. Well, let's test our little theory. This has it. That's, oh, touch, yes. Okay, let's see what happens. Yes, and it really doesn't like that ASCII. Why? Let's kill this because we're working in Lisp now. well, we could call this thing interactively. Check it out. And what is this thing called? CFFI Gen. Is it a system or just a package? I believe it's just a package, which means we should just do this. Hi, Mr. SK, Ashik SK, hello. Control, what is it? Control C, Control K. Input for oh, yeah, we have to do this. Q. I have to comment this code out because, and we have to comment that out. Okay, I will explain what I'm doing in just a moment. The compilation failed. Okay. Well, Mr. Ashik SK, I don't know anything about coding. Yeah, this really isn't much of an educational channel, but you're more than welcome to watch. Okay, where was I? Compilation successful. That's good enough for me. Okay. In package CFFI Gen. Okay, and somewhere down here, we have a U. We are using package srep, so we say parse, and let's do what I did during development. Is we're going to parse, go to the lowest level in our grammar, which is arg single arg. So let's see, parse. The expression is arg prototype. That's the grammar rule. And let's pull this from sound.c right here, and let's replace that character pointer with an ASCII pointer, and let's see what we get. And what we get is a parse error. Okay. Q. Where was I? Int play. Okay, so what if, okay, why would it choke? I should be able to just put in a new type. Well, let's see. Oh, stupid me. Let's go to the top level, because that is clearly not, yeah, well, no, we should, this is not an ARG prototype. That is an ARG prototype, a single argument prototype. Expected, a left paren tab new line space. Okay, Let's go one layer lower. Is this even a name? Is ASCII by itself even a name? So I have a grammar rule for name. I think it's called name. Alpha, does the production, what? Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Why is this not surrounded by white space? Okay, where do I reference? Where do I reference name? There's where it's defined. It would be like in single arg. Arg name. Okay, where's arg name? That's frightening. That's part of the parse tree. There should be, yes, okay. So argument name is the name, okay. So there is a rule. It's arg name is name surrounded by white space. And simple type is name, a name surrounded by white space also. And there's nothing special about different between those. It's just the handling is depending on context. Okay. Okay, how long has my stream been going? Let's see here. Turn the sound down on my phone. Where's my phone? I don't dare bring YouTube up on the computer. I don't want any feedback. 1 hour ago. Okay, that's enough. 2 hours is enough for one day. This in the hour earlier. Thank you, Mr. Ashik SK and whoever else watched.